Yo, bro. Yo, bro, it's Jopo. I'm just sitting here sweating in my car. I'm officially glistening. Sizzle! Wipe! Ow! Relics from a previous drive. The lighting in my house is really bad, so I usually film outside where there's good lighting, but it's a little bit boring, so I'm in here to change the scenery a little bit. Pity the car with no horn. This used to be my great-grandmother's car. It's kind of got the grandma look, actually. But this car would sit out in the sun, the blazing Florida sun, like all day for years. Something about that ruined the horn system, so that got taken out. It ruined the seat, so the seat like sags ridiculously, so I feel all like ghetto. So I have to put a pillow on the seat so it's kind of like boosts me up. I wanted to tell you about my incredible movie-going experience. And what I mean by incredible is, I probably should have asked for a refund. And out of courtesy to the company, I'm not gonna embarrass them. For instance, I'm not gonna tell you that it was Regal Movies at Governor Square in Tallahassee, Florida. Definitely not gonna... Crap, I did. I can edit that out, but I don't think I'm gonna. It wasn't that bad, it was just kind of... First of all, neither of us had our glasses with us, which was our fault. I can't see the nitty-gritty. So we just figured we'd sit on the front row really close and we would be fine. We walk into the movie theater and it's pretty much pitch dark. There may have been one other person in the theater at the same time. I couldn't see them, but you could sort of feel like their presence radiating out from the pitch darkness. You could taste the fear. Okay. Anyway, it was just an awkward feeling going in and there was like no one and it's pitch dark. We're like... feel like we're disturbing something mystical. Please do not add your own soundtrack by disturbing the sacred site. I think I angered the popcorn god. Butter! Too much butter! So we walked down and plopped our booties down on our front row seats. The floor in front of us was just a long stretch of smooth floor. It was kind of like a dance floor. It was just this open area in front of the screen. Okay, it was a normal floor. Stop making fun of me. It's not every day you see a normal floor and get to describe it to YouTube. So on top of this very normal floor, there was a very normal bucket. And like I said, it was dark, so I sort of like perceived the bucket's aura more than I actually saw the bucket, but I definitely knew there was a bucket there. So I was just kind of like, huh, what that bucket for is. Then I forgot about it and the movie started. But then we noticed something was horribly and disgustingly wrong. One of the speakers kept cutting out, no big deal. It just sort of threw off the groove, if you know what I mean. So there was some minor annoyance brewing in my chest. Finally, my brother got up and went and told them, and apparently they did something because the problem sort of... But that wasn't the end of our worries. Can't be tamed while the... Where was I? Salty. Somewhere along in the midst of Iron Man 2, it started to rain. How do you know? You might say, but probably not like that. Because I know. I know these things. The ceiling started dripping. That's what the bucket was for! I was so happy that I knew what the bucket was for that I kind of forgot that the roof was leaking? There we are, watching Iron Man 2, and right in front of us there is a little drip, drip, drip into the bucket, and then there's also this other handy little puddle going on right in front of us. It was close enough where it would drip down and splatter our faces. So we had the big faces of the actors on screen yelling, and we had drip drip splash splash spray in our face. New immersion technology. Feel the spittle as the actors talk in your face. Then I was like, and then I was like, they probably have a theater like that somewhere where like you actually get wet. They could hire some underprivileged people in the community to just spit in a gutter and that would be collected and then it would be sprayed out in appropriate parts during the movie. It would provide jobs. Ew. And then apparently we had some like super big strike of lightning, like and the sound cut out for 10 minutes straight. We were just watching faces move. There was just a regal way about the way he moves his lips. Really? I noticed the same thing. So there we were, watching lips flap, and also kind of feeling a little splatter coming from the drips. I thought to myself, this doesn't happen at the movies. This happens in the movies. I am on the wrong side of the screen. And then you know what happened? The guy whose presence we could only feel in the pitch blackness of the dark recesses of the theater storms out, and he's dressed as a clown, and he has a chainsaw, and he just starts running around. Yeah, that part was a lie. So I should have asked for a refund for this wonderful movie-going experience, but I didn't, because honestly, watching a puddle collect on the middle of a theater floor was way more fun to me than actually watching Iron Man 2. Go figure. Hey son, go figure it out. I am so sweaty. I probably won't go to many more movies at that theater while it's raining, but I may have found my calling as a saliva collection specialist. I'm very good. At this point, though, I could probably just start collecting sweat. Yeah. Dude, look at my hair. That's just sweat. Like, whoa!
Why is the sky with never a dream?
So tell me, what's your most memorable movie-going experience? As I pick my nose. I feel like I want to go swimming. Bye.